Welcome back to Katie Pavlich. Tonight, I'm Jason Rantz in for Katie. Now to New York, where the Mamdani administration is doing something pretty odd. One of the mayor's top officials tried to have a sit-down with the leader of the Iranian regime. Yeah, the world's leading state sponsor of terror. The regime tied to assassination plots against President Trump and the one running proxy wars against Americans. The city's International Affairs Commissioner, Anna Maria Archila, scheduled the meeting with Iran's permanent representative to the United Nations. And it took federal officials stepping in to kill it before it ever actually happened. And Mamdani, he says he had no idea, no clue his own administration was cozying up to Tehran. Makes you wonder what other meetings are being scheduled without him knowing. Here to react, Washington State Congressman Michael Baumgartner. He's a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. And Seth Barron, New York Post editorial board member and author of Weaponized. Thank you both for being here. Congressman, why are local officials at the city level trying to meet with our greatest foreign adversary?
Well, thanks, Jason. I'd have no idea. Certainly, the Iranian regime has been chanting death to America for nearly 50 years, and they mean it. And so it's there's a lot of concerning things that have come out from the Mamdani administration, and I would put this on the list.
Seth, is there any way Mamdani didn't actually know one of his top officials was actually meeting with Iranian leaders or trying to? I mean, if that's even the case, what does that say about his office?
Well, it seems unlikely to me that he would have no idea. And if he didn't know and she just did this independently, well, why hasn't he fired her? That's the obvious solution. But he, according to him, no, this just needs to be, they need to work out the process a little bit better. He also denied having been told anything by the State Department. He said he found out about this through press inquiries, which seems extremely unlikely.
Well, frankly, it sounds alarming. Congressman, this is not the first offense for the office. Last month, the White House actually intervened to stop a meeting between the mayor and Colombia President Gustavo Petro. Your Democratic colleague, Pramila Jayapal, she admitted to actively working with foreign governments to benefit Cuba. So it seems like this is happening maybe a little bit more often than any of us should feel comfortable.
I think any time have left-wing political leaders at the local level trying to reach out and support regimes that are enemies of the American people, we need to be very concerned about that, whether that's Cuba or Iran in this case. I think sometimes local elected officials, they get excited where they get a chance to do something on the national stage. But this is not a game. Again, this Iranian regime has been chanting death to America for nearly 50 years. They killed nearly 1,000 Americans when I was in Iraq, when America was in Iraq. And so it's very, very dangerous. And, I'm glad the meeting did not take place, but I hope Mamdani steps forward and reprimands or provides the necessary discipline and counsel that this person needs, because it's not in America's interest, not in New York's interest.
Yeah, it's also not a rogue staffer, by the way, Seth. This is a career activist. She's got zero diplomatic experience, and her office apparently even told staff to prioritize foreign officials who are, quote unquote, in political alignment and apparently leftist. So is the Iran meeting a mistake, or is it exactly what the office was built to do? It seems like no one should be shocked that they even tried to do this.
Well, you have to understand that, and the congressman is right, Mamdani does not respect America. He does not respect American law. He always says that he wants to bring New York City into compliance with international law. So I see this as him sort of setting up maybe a parallel or shadow foreign policy, like trying to back channel things with Iran.
Which is terrifying. Congressman Baumgartner, Seth Barron, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.